Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I would like to discuss one request from the audience, which was how I can beat Octavia Eternity Team. So when I mention Octavia, I always say Dante Octavia. You always need to play Dante Octavia plus 3 additional heroes. In that case, the request was how I can beat Dante Octavia with 3 additional Eternity heroes. This could be Corvus Morrigan Iris, Corvus Morrigan Faceless, could be Corvus carh Faceless, Corvus Morrigan carh, could be also the version with carh, could be version with Phobos. There are different things here. One thing I would like to say is, as I mentioned before a lot of the times, fighting Octavia is very difficult, the Dante Octavia, because it could be a completely different team depending on which other 3 heroes you play with Dante Octavia, and it will require completely totally different heroes. I will be honest, what I think is going to happen is it's very broken. Like every time we play with any guild that is a little bit high, they will use all Dante Octavia in defense, all of them. We do exactly the same. It's very difficult to beat. It's difficult to find reliability on 10 zeros, in 10 zeros. So I think what is going to happen is they are going to release a hero against Dante Octavia. I was expecting the new hero to be released this week because usually they release the first week of April, but they have not announced anything. And we know that tomorrow we will have the super skin of Astrid, so at least 3 days for the skins plus 3 days of the random event, and then it will be another event. I don't think it will be the hero because usually they announce the hero with 1 week or a little bit longer before the hero is released. I will be honest, I was expecting Dark Star. When they announced Dark Star here, then she's going to be the new counter of Octavia because the control ability of Dark Star is very good against some lines of Octavia. So I thought it was going to be much more a control hero, but instead I think they have removed the control abilities of Dark Star and they have gave her more damage. So it will be a stronger damage dealer, but we didn't need a damage dealer. What we need is a ACMR to counter Octavia somehow, because it's not, or you cannot expect people building Ambari, Heidi, Maya, Satori, Celeste, and carh. Okay, like 7 heroes that they are not common at all in the meta, instead only to be able to beat Octavia, right? This is asking a lot on the people. I think this is a mistake. It's nice for the people who has all the heroes. We are enjoying the time because you can create very crazy teams and you need to really brainstorm on how to beat them. So this is a problem, okay? So what we have currently, with what we have until the new hero is released or the next new hero that will be 100% guaranteed a counter to Octavia, is we always, or what I do is, I put a team that I would like to fight against, and then I have 4 different versions. I try these 4 different versions of counters for Octavia, and then the one that gives me the higher probability to win, then I play with that team and I start to modifying 1 hero, 2 heroes until I find the 10 0. Okay, what are these 4 teams? Is the first is the pure damage team, which is Nebula Heidi. Okay, for this team you can add Maya. This is the pure damage hero. This works well when Octavia has a low health 4 hero, but if it's not the case, then this team doesn't work that well. Usually I play with this with Astaroth and Bari, or I play with my own Dante Octavia team, and the 5th hero could be Martha, Phobos, could be anything, could be maybe a tank like Ambari or Astaroth or City. Okay, it depends on the situation, but usually I play with this. This is the first one, the pure damage. The second one that I have been working recently is Satori. I have almost a 90k Satori, so I am level up now Satori. I expect at the end of the month to have a max out Satori, probably or close to max out. And the idea of Satori is when Dante and Octavia earns energy, Satori put marks on them. And the marks is how much damage is going to release Satori when it ultimates. It's called Fox marks, but it's this, like every time you gain extra energy, Satori put marks. This is the reason that Satori is very good against Tristan. Okay, the problem we have with Satori is when Satori ultimates is magic attack. It's Fox that it throws is magic attack, so it could be dodge. And when it's dodge, you are going to charge the enemy team. So you have a lot of chance to charge a lot the enemy team without maybe killing everyone. This is a problem because you are going to have a totally charged enemy with a lot of dodge that is going to be dodging almost everything. The second problem of Satori is Octavia has a mirror. The ultimate of Octavia is a mirror and reflects the damage. Satori is a hero with around 200k of health, which is not very strong. So every time Satori tries to dash damage, the mirror of Octavia will reflect the damage against Satori, so Satori will die. So the usual recommendation here is you use Satori with Jorgen, one thing is Jorge will stop the energy gain. So when Satori ultimates and Octavia team start to dodge, they will not gain energy, and then they will not ultimate like 6 or 7 times. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing is you play with Astaroth, because when Satori dies, then you want Astaroth to resurrect Satori, okay? Because Satori will die against the mirror of Octavia, if the mirror is in place, and usually it is. Problem here is what happens if they use Morrigan. If Octavia Dante use Morrigan, one of the additional 3 heroes, then the resurrection will not work. Okay, this is the problem. So sometimes you need to play. I feel Satori works well against magic versions of Octavia, so Nebula, Dante, Octavia, with Amira Lian, with Amira Lilith, with Phobos Lilith, with Phobos Aiden, this type of things. Okay, is what usually works well. The third team is the common tough team. Okay, so you go Tristan, Artemis, Fafnir, Tristan, and Artemis, and then you put Astaroth. Usually it's this team, and then it could be sometimes you remove Artemis and you put Jasmine. Okay, this is one of the things could happen. Other times you can play here with Astaroth or with Julius as the 5th tank, or you can play with Ambari, or you can play with sometimes Oya. Very few times I will not recommend Oya. Other time you play with Horken. Okay, this is the third team that sometimes works. Usually Tav has a good performance against Octavia, but never guaranteed 10-0. Very few times guaranteed 10-0. This is the problem. But this is the cheap manner. You cannot afford to do multiple heroes. Say, okay, look, 8 every 2 or 7 every 3. I will win, so I am going to go Tav, and that's it. Okay, so Tristan, Artemis, Fafnir. The fourth hero is AXA. So the fourth team, AXA, Astaroth, Sessa, Aiden, with the combo Faceless Jorgen. Okay, so this one here. Faceless Jorgen will guarantee that the team of Octavia doesn't gain energy. It's going to stand through Faceless. Okay, when they pull, it will pull back Dante to slow down the pressure of Octavia team. Aiden will try to protect the team. Astaroth will have the resurrection and the energy bomb, so it will maintain a little bit the balance. And then Sessa is the one who's going to do damage. So you rely on Sessa here a lot, and also Sessa does damage, but it could be dodge. The idea is if you don't do too much damage to Octavia team will not dodge, and if they don't dodge, they don't gain too much energy. So this is the idea. So when Sessa ultimates, 1 every 2, it will do damage. Okay, it's not ideal, but this is the concept. Okay, and Aiden is there to protect Sessa. Sometimes works, sometimes not. Sometimes you remove Faceless and you put Phobos. Other times you put Lilith. This is another team to take into account. Okay, this is the 4 teams that usually, or the 4 versions that usually play. As you see, there is a lot of heroes here. We are talking about maybe 25 heroes. It's a lot. Okay, and despite you have these 25 heroes, I can guarantee you that there will be teams in Octavia that you will not be able to beat. Okay, so let's go now to the topic, which is what are the common Eternity teams I have seen. So I have seen this team, which is very bad. Iris in 4th position, very bad, very low health, and also Octavia hard counter Iris, because Iris does a lot of damage, but in few amounts. Like it's not like Cesar that is one attack, 5 seconds later, something, maybe another time. No, Iris is all the time, doing a small amount all the time. And this is very bad because will make Octavia dodge too much, and when Octavia dodge an attack, they gain energy. Okay, so what you are doing is you are charging the enemy team. So the easier manner to beat always Iris is with Octavia. So this team, not recommended. This is the full traditional Eternity team that I think is the best, with the one that you use Corvus Morrigan, and then you use Faceless, and you use Dante Octavia. This team is good. I think it's very good in defense. And then the other 2 versions of carh. One is stronger for Corvus because you play Corvus Morrigan. The other is stronger for carh because Faceless and carh, they have synergy, because when Faceless pull up one hero, when it falls, it activates the ability of carh, and then they do damage. One point here is my carh is not a level up, so I asked a guildmate to share his team, and it's a max out team, a 600k team, and we will see the matches. Okay, so what I have prepared here is, instead of giving you the solution, what I have done is giving you what I was mentioning before, how I try. Okay, so I know I try to beat this team here, the full Eternity team. So I go with pure damage, 0-10. I know pure damage doesn't make sense. I will not try pure damage. Then I went with AXA, 2-8 is not good enough. Also playing with Asta having Morgan is not a good code. Second, I play with the version of pure damage, but with Octavia, and I get 8-2. So now I know that the version of Octavia with pure damage could work against this team because I got H2. Maybe I need to replace Martha and see what else I can put there, okay? Then I went with the version of Satori with control, which is Faceless Jorge and Phobos and Barry, and I got 1-9. So Astaroth is not a good idea. Satori is not a good idea here. Then I start to playing with the version that looks like works, which is the version of Dante, Nebula, Heidi, Octavia. I remove Martha, I put Siri, and I get 9-1. Okay, so not idea, we'll see what happens here. Siri survives, I kill one, still not idea. 9-1, like maybe it's the best I can find versus this team with my heroes. Okay, well, let's see what happens. We are able to hold a lot. The first 15-20 seconds, the important for Octavia teams, we are able to hold this time, so it's good. And then the problem here, as you see, we are not able to kill Faceless. Is almost going to die, but we are not able to kill it. This is a problem. Now finally die, but we lost Nebula. And almost we are going to lose Dante. So that's over. In the moment that you lose Dante or Octavia, this team is over, okay? So this is what happens. And then this is going to be forever because we are not going to be able to kill Siri. Okay, this is what happens here. So despite 9-1, we see there are situations where we lost. Okay, so it doesn't work. So then I play with Astaroth, another different tank, the same line, but instead of Siri, Astaroth, 3-7. Okay, Siri was better option. And Barry, 6-4. Still, Siri better version. And also probably we remember here, Martha, 8-2, looks like better option. So no good idea. Okay, so then what I did is like, okay, I am not able to find what is going to be the fifth hero that is going to give me the victory. So I go with Taff that I didn't test before Taff. And then I get 9-1 using Clever Julius, a good opportunity. I remove Julius and I put Astaroth, but it's Morrigan 4-6, obviously. I should not have played with Astaroth. Then I say, okay, let's go back to the draw and let's try to play with Corvus as a tank. I was playing with Siri, 9-1, I was playing with Ambari and with Astaroth, I was not getting good results. What happened if I almost mirror the match and I got 10-0? However, you play again, you get 9-1, so it's not a reliable, but it's the closer I was able to find, okay? But the important here is how you know that you have these 4 core teams, you play with them, you identify which ones give you the bigger victories, and then you start to modify them until you find a proper team, okay, that is able to beat here. My next thought is like, let's put Aurora that has more dodge than Corvus to see what happens. 4-6, not a good idea. Okay, and then I say, okay, let's try to play with similar, but instead of using Dante Octavia, I will provide more control and help via Aiden and Phobos. No idea. 7-3, not bad, but still not good. Okay, and then finally, I say, okay, let's go with Mystics. I know that Satori was not working, but what happened if I put a double tank with Amira and then I got 9-1? As you see, we had to get 9-1 in almost 2 or 3 different type of teams that I propose, but we don't get the really reliable 10-0, okay? And this is what I finished here, only because I didn't want to rotate, because I wanted to see you the other matches and what I thought and how I do it. But you have an idea that there is the Satori version, that maybe you need to modify something there. You have the idea that maybe this one with a different tank, or maybe removing Nebula and putting something else could work. Or maybe you have the version of Clever Julius, maybe you need a different tank. What happens if I play with Jasmine instead of Artemis? Maybe I got the victory. Okay, this is the idea. Then this is what I wanted to mention, like the next team is exactly the same, but with Iris. Iris is hard countered by Octavia. So what I did is Dante, Nebula, Heidi. Heidi will do damage with Nebula to the 4th hero, which is Iris, low health. I don't think it will be a big change with the new skin, because the problem here is Iris is going to charge this team that much. Then it's a super easy victory. You see, indeed, I wanted to play only with 4 heroes to show you, you know, with a difference almost 130k between teams, because there is not a 4 hero, only to show you like how different, how big is the difference. Okay, like really, you never play with Iris in defense. Okay, this is as simple as it is. Okay, the next team was the carh team. The counter of carh is Ambari, and Ambari is a pseudo counter for Dante, because Dante pushes the enemy and Ambari avoids the enemy to be pushed. And when carh ultimates, which is when they pull the 3 enemy heroes up and they do the damage and they stun them, Ambari will avoid this to happen. So I thought, okay, basically Dante, Nebula, Heidi, okay, and I put Ambari. And I got 10-0, but then I got 9-1. Not ideal, but remember, carh and body. Okay, so maybe I need to do a modification here because I'm getting 9-1, 9-1, so 10-0, 9-1, 9-1. So it's not a guaranteed 10-0, but looks somehow reliable. I need to see what I need to change here. Maybe I don't need to play with Dante Octavia, I need to play with something else than use Ambari, okay? And this was the idea here. I say, okay, let's play with Ambari, but I'm going to go with control with Faceless and Jorge, and then Amira and Satori for doing damage, but it didn't work well, okay? Then what I did is, okay, let's remove the Faceless Jorge, and I'm going to put double tank with Martha, 5-5. A little bit better, but nothing new. Then I said, okay, let's play with Taff. The idea here, the reason I play Oya is because I thought carh is the one who does the damage. Carh has very low health. Let's pick up Oya to pull carh in front line and try to kill it. Okay, and this is what happens here. So looks like that against the carh Morrigan team, if you play with Taff with Oya, you win. Okay, like you see sometimes the Taff team works. The next team, and I think is superior, is the one that use Faceless instead of Morrigan. Okay, I went again with the Ambari version 9-1, very similar to what was happening with the version of Morrigan, and then I went with the same Oya with Taff, but I got 8-2. You change one hero, and then you move from guaranteed 10-0 to 8-2. Okay, this is what I'm referring about Octavia, and probably finding now the counter of this team will be a totally different. Like you cannot use Taff anymore. And this is the problem, okay? Anyways, I went with the Mystics, with Astaroth in this case, because there is not Morrigan, so I played with Astaroth. So double tank with control, Jorge Faceless, and Satori 7-3, not good. I tried to modify with Amira and double tank, 1-9, horrible, not good. Then I tried to play with this version here, which was one version that was suggested by the bot. I say, okay, let's try, I think it's interesting team, but no, not at all, 7-3, no good. Okay, then I try to go with a combo of pure damage with Satori to see what happens. 4-6, not good. I went with similar to the other version, but using Jasmine, and instead of using Clever, using Astaroth 7-3, not good. Using Clever 4-6, worse. Then I went with the version of using Clever and Julius, didn't work. Try to go with something that does more damage, like using Astrid with JA and Oya to try to pull carh and kill it, not good. Then trying to go with Axa team with Ambari. So instead of using Faceless, I put Ambari, 5-5, no good. Come back to play with Ambari with Taff, 8-2. You know, I was trying everything. I found one guildmate that was able to beat this team, and I will show you like what was the solution here. I don't know if it has rotated or no. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Here is how he was able to kill Faceless. Okay, so the same thing that we saw before, but instead of using Jorge, he put Lilith, and then from it was able 10-0. And if I go back to my team, I was using exactly the same here with Jorge. I was getting 5-5. So you remove one hero, Jorge for Lilith, and then you move from 5-5 to 10-0. Okay, and this is the problem of Octavia. Like, I don't have Lilith, so now I need to build up Lilith, which is quite problematic. Okay, this is the thing. So again, there are 4 teams, pure damage, Satori, Taff, and Axa team, Astaroth, Sesa, Aiden, and they are around almost 30 heroes in total, because the combination of this that will allow you to kill almost all the variants of Dante Octavia, which is crazy. Like, to be able to kill a Dodge team now, you need to have 30 heroes. So I believe that honestly, this is only more question than time. It will be something like what happened with Taff, and then they release Amira in August. So I think will be something very similar. They will release a hero that hard counter Octavia Dante in the future. So don't go crazy on building too many heroes against Octavia, because I am 100% that in a couple of months you will have a new hero done specifically to counter Octavia. Okay, so hope it helps, and see you soon.